Hi and welcome to this ebook video link for Jalfrezi. Today we're going to make chicken Jalfrezi. So we've got our pan on the stove. We take 1 chef spoon of seasoned oil in the pan. Get that hot. Jalfrezi, according to tradition, is basically a leftovers curry. So apparently, according to tradition, some chefs got some leftover ingredients, threw them in a pan, a bit of pepper, a bit of chilli, a bit of onion, a bit of this, that and the other, and made a stir fry, and basically that's what the word Jalfrezi means, apparently. Anyway, this is our recipe here at 3 to go, and what we do once we've got our oil quite hot, we take a pinch of cumin seeds. They work really well with spicy curries if you just use a little bit of fresh spice in there, as opposed to just a powdered spice. Put a whole spice in there. We just wait for them to start to sizzle. That indicates they're ready. And then in the next step, we put in our onions. We've got about half, just over half of the sliced onion. Just sweat your onions a little. And then next we're going to put in 3 pieces of green pepper and 3 pieces of red. And again, you don't want to cook them too much, but just cook out the rawness a little bit. People often ask me what's the most popular curry on the menu, and I narrowed it down to 2 curries, and we do over 20 different curries here, and the 2 most popular curries came down to chicken tikka masala and chicken Jalfrezi, would you believe it? So there you go, it's popular curry. Now once you've started to get a bit, it's in with your garlic and ginger. A teaspoonful of garlic and ginger paste. And then just about a tablespoonful of tomato paste. Just cook that off for just a minute. And now our spices. So we've got about a teaspoonful of dried methi leaves. We've got a tablespoon of mixed powder. We've got half a teaspoonful or less of salt, and then about a teaspoonful of chili powder. Because this is very dry, don't fry it too long, you don't want to burn the spices. Straight in with our first ladle of base gravy. And we want to get that to a nice vigorous simmer before we put our chicken in. Okay, once you've got it at a vigorous simmer, that's when you add in the chilies. Chilies burn very quickly in a pan, so you don't want to fry them with the onions. You just want to add them in once you've got your mixture simmering nicely. So next we're going to add our pre-cooked chicken. And we just want to thicken this up and reduce it quite a bit, because it's there isn't a lot of sauce traditionally with jalfrezi. It's more of a thicker consistency type of curry, so we'll come back in about a minute. Okay, we're going to go in with our second ladle now of base gravy. And again, return that to a vigorous simmer. Now, if you've read the key ingredients chapter already, you'll have noticed that I mentioned about certain pickles that we use to create intense flavours in curries, and this is one such curry that we use a pickle in. So we've got here just half a teaspoonful of pickled chilli. That goes in. We also add in just about a teaspoon of our magic sauce, masala sauce. That goes in. Now I'll put a little bit of black pepper in, just a couple of shakes of black pepper, and then not long before the end we just sprinkle in a good pinch of garam masala. That sauce is just starting to thicken up nicely. At this stage it's nice to throw in a piece of tomato. And we can reduce this now. Let that simmer till all the oil rises. The great thing about jalfrezi, and it's a delicious curry, I love jalfrezi, is that because it's using fresh chilies in there, you get that sharp heat as opposed to the all-embracing heat of chili powder. So it's nice to do that, and it's very similar to another curry that we're going to show you how to do also, which is chicken chili masala. So using fresh chilies in curries is a really nice way of creating heat, but a different type of heat, a more sharp heat. So here we are, all done. And as you can see, that looks delicious, so we've just served that up. You know, and the set recipe for this dish, because we just follow a set recipe, obviously with all our curries here, but is to use 3 chilies and obviously with half the chili. But if you want less heat, you want the same type of curry, the same flavour but less heat, just use less chilies. If you want to make it a bit hotter, use more, but we generally use 3 per portion to create this standard heat. So there you go, you've got chicken jalfrezi. Follow us in the next video.